You know, you look at the roster of the Golden State Warriors in terms of talent level, Bill, where do you think they rank all time? Because they've put now 3 championships together in 4 seasons.
Yeah, it's a tough question because, you know, the Russell Celtics in the 60s, I think had the most talent, but you only also had like 8, 9, 10 teams in the league during those years. But they had teams where there was like 7 or 8 Hall of Famers. The Warriors weren't deep like that. But for what they've done in this era, I think to have, you know, 2 transcendent guys on the same team combined with 2 other guys who are in the top 20. So you have that. And then you have Curry, Thompson, and Durant, I think are probably 3 of maybe the best 8 shooters ever, or 9 shooters, whatever. So you have that over
Big
there.
statement, yes.
And then to do this in a 30-team league is basically impossible. So if you're comparing them like the 80s Celtics and the 80s Lakers, those teams probably had similar talent, but it was also a smaller league. And if you had a 30-team league in 1985, Kevin McHale's not on the Celtics. He's probably on one of the expansion teams.
Starting 4 All-Stars, the Warriors did.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I'm not sure we see this again.
I agree. Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. Chandler and Embiid are together down low. Simmons runs the show with Redick at the 2. And it's Butler in at the small forward position. Redick finds Simmons. Back to Redick. Butler against Durant. Shot clock at 3. Jacks up a 3. Cousins pulls it in.
And a really smart defender there. He just reads the play, wastes no time trying to blow it up.
And what I like best is that he does it completely under control. Really gives the shooter nowhere to turn to.
Durant for 3. And that one is off. So Philadelphia will take it the other way.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Simmons on the wing. Guarded by Kerr. Takes a shot at the elbow. No good from Simmons.
I'm not sure if it's a bad start or unlucky here. 0 for 4. Can't think too much about it. Just got to get that first one to go.
Green, the pass to Curry. Back to Green. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Green's got his first bucket of the night. The 76ers have gone 0 of 4, missing their first 4 field goals here. Bill, we've seen the NBA take steps to amend the draft lottery. Any further changes that you might recommend?
The biggest thing I would do is I just don't think you should be able to finish in the top 3 2 years in a row. I think there has to be some sort of schmuck insurance for the rest of the league. I'm fine rewarding the one bad season, but when you're just continuously bad, the year that Cleveland, when they won the lottery 3 out of 4 years, I just thought that was a travesty.
Just didn't feel right, did it?
No, it's just wrong. There's 30 teams in the league, and you have a team that really blows the LeBron James era and just surrounds him with the wrong people, and he leaves, and then really can't stay out of its way for the next couple of years, and they just keep getting the #1 pick. I don't agree with that. I think that's bad. I also thought it was bad that Philly was able to get #3 and #1 in back-to-back years, and it's bad that the Celtics were able to get the 3rd pick and then the 1st pick. So that would be the one thing I would do. I don't think it should. I don't think you should be able to successfully fail for multiple years.
How about the awareness there for Butler? The D goes to sleep, and Jimmy finds the wide-open man.
Curry kicks to Durant. He feeds it to Thompson. Shoots over Redick. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Their last game a win against the Lakers, looking to carry it into this one.
And always tough on the road, but that attack mindset that they brought offensively, I really felt like that set them apart.
Yeah, sometimes when you're pushing the action, you can see some great teamwork, and then all of a sudden the individuals on your team can take over. All of that here tonight.
And it's Butler with the ball. He'll bring it up for the 76ers, trailing by 4. Chandler against Green. Durant, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Durant's got his 2nd basket.
The height to go over the top, the length to work around you. Kevin Durant's so hard to stop once he gets possession that close.
Redick with it, and Curry picks him up defensively. And Redick kicks to Simmons. Good D by Thompson.
He just can't find the bottom of the net right now. He's looking frustrated. This quarter has been a bit of a nightmare for him.
You know, Bill, when you look at the players the Sixers have put together, they should be a perennial contender, it would seem, on paper for years to come.
But that's the thing about the NBA. You never know.
Yeah.
We've seen a lot of these teams that looked like they were the next potential dynasty, and within 2 years, they've made a trade. Somebody got hurt. I mean, you talk about the 80s Rockets. You talk about the Magic in the 90s. They made the finals. Within 14 months, that whole team is gone. The OKC Thunder, 2012, Game 5, Miami. I took a picture of KD and Harden and Westbrook with their arms around each other. They never played together again. So I think the thing you learn over and over again with basketball, even Derrick Rose and the Bulls, every time you think there's the next young team that's coming, they still have to actually do it, and sometimes they don't.
And he makes the first. So he gets them both.
Such a big bonus to have a big guy that can step up to the free throw line and knock down shots. So many guys struggle from there.
Curry dishes to Durant. The pass to Cousins. Off target from three-point range. Redick against Thompson. Outside, Simmons. Chandler outside. Over Green. Green with the block.
Oh, I like the extension there from Draymond Green, reaching out and timing that one.
Over Chandler. And again, no good by Golden State. The 76ers trail by 4. Butler deciding where to go with it. No good with the triple.
Well, even though he missed, you like seeing him taking that kind of shot. The defense must be better.
Cousins, no one around him. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Bill, we know when you're writing that you love to incorporate pop culture references. How did that begin with you?
Well, it began because in college, I was dropping them in columns and people were responding. I think pop culture probably mattered more when I was in college in the 80s and 90s because, you know, we didn't have the internet back then. It was harder to connect with people you didn't know. Basically, you had sports and pop culture and politics. Those were the three ways. If I'm getting to know you, what are the three things we're going to talk about? I didn't want to talk about politics with anybody, so the other two things for me were sports, pop culture. I was also an only child in the 70s with only 5 or 6 TV channels watching Brady Bunch, Partridge Family, Sanford and Son, Jefferson's, Good Times, all that stuff. And, you know, that stuff just soaks into your DNA, and that's it.
Let's check out the Eastern Conference standings now that we're in the new year. You look at the Bucks. They're looking extremely sharp right now, poised in the top spot and playing very well. And, of course, the Philadelphia 76ers, just a couple spots back.
And for Philadelphia, they look like a team on a mission. We knew coming into this season that they were going to be one of the teams to beat. They've done nothing to change anyone's mind about that.
The only people whose minds have changed are the people who said they were going to have a down year. There is no one left saying that.
The 76ers have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both. Free throw, good Butler.
And just no question that Butler is a bona fide star. I mean, a tough, rugged defender who's also a juggernaut on offense.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
He talks so much about rhythm from the field. How about a rhythm from the free throw line? That looks good.
Pass to Thompson. Lets it go from the wing. That one a little long.
Defense has to feel fortunate. Somehow he missed that opportunity, and still there's no reason for them to give up that kind of open shot.
Here's Butler. Finally gets one to fall. He's now 1 for 5 with his first make.
You know, the way Butler handles himself in the paint, it really impressive. Just kind of out-muscles and outworks anything the defense throws at him. How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Bill, you've watched the NBA evolve. Talk about some of the biggest changes over the last decade you've seen.
The three-point line and the threes or foul shots philosophy, I think, is the biggest thing. Just the pace of the game has really improved, and to a really pleasing way for fans. Like just what Steve Nash was doing last decade and those Suns teams, that everybody's playing that way now. I think the social media and the players basically getting rid of the wall between them and the fans, using social media, using Instagram, and we just feel like we know these guys better, and their ability to control their own message now versus where they were 10 years ago. It all started with the decision in LeBron James and has carried through this whole decade. And these guys now, they can get whatever message out they want. They can criticize the president. They can criticize their own team. They can ask for a trade. If they get called out by some writer or somebody who writes a hit piece, they can go back at the guy and sick all their fans on the writer.
And already with the commanding lead, a terrific offensive performance.
And if you check out the strategy, you can see already the plays that they're calling. Feels like they found a weakness or two in the defense. Where was the D on that one? Just too easy.
Going back to our topic from a moment ago, Bill, you mentioned the interaction between players and social media and how that's become a new facet, a skill we're seeing daily from players.
There's just way more accountability now, and I'm really impressed by how polished the guys are that come in the league now. And I think the LeBron generation, LeBron, Wade, Chris Bosh, some of those guys from the last generation that came up and became vets and really knew how, Paul Pierce, who knew how to handle their business. Now these new guys come in, they're 19, 20 years old, and they act like they're 30. I'm sure you see it at the games.
Shocking.
Whereas in the 90s, it was a free-for-all. And you had these guys who, if you gave them a live mic, you were terrified. And now these guys are 19 years old,
Polished.
giving, long interviews to reporters. It's like, how are you doing this?
Tatum in particular is very
Tatum's
impressive.
already good at being a bad interview.
He's
like, he
19 years
he
old.
doesn't say anything. He knows how to dodge any question. It's like, you're 19. How do you know how to do this?
Unbelievable. The first free throw is good. And here we are, the Warriors' final season in Oakland, Bill. They'll be moving to a brand new arena across the bay in San Francisco.
Yeah, bittersweet. I'm excited that there's an arena downtown, and the Oakland-San Francisco thing was always weird to go to Warriors games, drop in, figure out where to stay, all that stuff. On the other hand, I thought they had the best crowd of anybody.
I agree.
For years and years there, just like very blue-collar, old school, fans that have been coming for years.
Stuck with them even in the lean times.
Yeah, the lean times were every year.
Right.
They had no year other than
Right.
lean times. And now that the team got good the last 6 years, you could feel the audience changing a little. And now it's changing a lot. I just miss the Oakland fan base, and I hope, once we expand to 60 teams or 70 or wherever we're going, I'd like to see Oakland get one of the 70 teams.
Well said.
Well, Iguodala doing a great job of getting into the teeth of the defense and then uses the angles so well.
The Warriors shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
Shoot two.
He's off on the first.
Absolutely stone cold at the line thus far.
Korkmaz checked in for the 76ers. No good on the second free throw.
Iguodala's leadership is really unsurpassed. Steve Kerr calling him the adult in the room. His teammates definitely listen and respect all things that he offers up.
And the jam by Kevin Durant.
Like the connection there. KD has his teammates looking out for him. An outstanding alley-oop that time.
And that Unleash Chaos replay presented by Under Armour. Hover Havoc, giving us a chance to relive that exciting play. Shot from 16. Can't hit that one. Now the 76ers take it the other way. They're getting their first look of the season at the Warriors in this one.
Yeah, and a bit of a revenge game for them as they were swept in the two-game season series from last year.
And this one of the few opponents who really stuck it to them during what was an otherwise excellent season for them. You're right, they've got to have revenge on their minds tonight.
It's Curry outside. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Butler's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And before the ownership changed in 2010, the Warriors franchise really staggered.
Yeah, they staggered to the point that in 2012, I wrote a long column for Grantland about, it was like the 60 reasons you can't blame the Warriors fans for booing their owner on Chris Mullin night. And I went through their whole history since they won the title in '74 of just all the horrible things that happened to them, all the dumb moves they made, all the dumb trades, all the things they never should have done. It was extensive. And after things flipped around, people mail me that article all the time. Like, can you believe it? We've won 3 titles in the last 4 years. You just wrote this. It feels like yesterday. And it was. It's one of the most amazing turnarounds of any franchise I can remember.
I'm assuming you're a fan of their front office.
Yeah, very, very smart. But, you know, the pieces were there. When they bought the team, everyone thought they overpaid. And not to toot my own horn because I've been wrong a million times, but I was one of the only people who didn't think they overpaid. I just felt like that market was awesome. I loved their fans. It was in the heart of Silicon Valley. It made sense that they should be a juggernaut, you know, and they had never really had good ownership. And as we learn over and over every year at the Knicks, like, owners matter. They just do.
Now here's Livingston. He's covered by McConnell. Right side Durant. Back to Livingston. Over McConnell. Livingston, that's good. And the Warriors lead by 15.
Aggressive coming out of the gate here, guys. Wow.
And already the lead is significant. Excellent play on both ends.
McConnell kicks to Muscala. Bolden connects from three-point range. Warriors leading by 12. And here's Livingston. Pass to Durant. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Livingston. And that's now 11 points for Kevin Durant.
KD defines efficient catch-and-shoot players. Perfectly timed there. Great rhythm off the pass.
And after just 1 quarter of play, a double-digit differential on the scoreboard. Warriors lead by 14. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. You learn about Jimmy Butler, difficult journey to where he is now. But one thing always got him through.
Basketball. That's that. It always took my mind off everything. It always made me smile. I had no cares in the world when I was shooting.
Boy, you hear that so often, don't you, Greg? Between those lines can be an escape from the outside world.
And in the end, Butler's obsession became his escape. Maybe why he remained so devoted to the game.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And a very convincing performance here from the Warriors so far.
I mean, through that first quarter, to me, it's all about their D.
There's a lot of ways to build a lead. This one's built on stops.
And so in the game for the 76ers, they've got Korkmaz. T.J. McConnell is out there with Corey Brewer. Then it's Mike Muscala. Bill, your long-lost cousin Ben Simmons headlined a tremendous rookie class in 2017. And in fact, people might think it's the best rookie season ever in the history of the league.
A lot of good players. Simmons, Mitchell, Tatum. Do we count Simmons in that class, though? I guess.
Well, since he won the Rookie of the Year, let's put him in there.
All right, we'll put him in there.
Technically.
I think if you come out of a year of rookies and you get one guy who has a chance to be a franchise guy, that's a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
We had 3. If you're doing 3 a year for 10 years, you have the most ridiculous league of all time. I think the talent ebbs and flows, and we've had stretches. Like, I think last decade, in the 2000s, especially like from about 03 to 07, 08, like we were just short all-stars. We were just short a few guys, and you saw teams like the Nets with Jason Kidd made the finals 2 years in a row, and you saw the Ben Wallace Pistons team actually win the title.
With no superstars.
Right. And you saw, in 06, the Pistons, remember they were on pace to win 70 games, and they had 4 All-Stars? The league just wasn't that good, and now it's flipped, and it's so loaded. I think from a talent standpoint, as good as any year since 1993.
Wow, that's a big statement.
Yeah, which 25 years ago, we're just loaded with guys who could be Hall of Famers someday, or 8-time All-Stars, things like that. So now you look at this 17 class, and Simmons, Mitchell, Tatum, just right there. That's awesome. I still believe in Lonzo, and I still believe in De'Aaron Fox. I think those guys can be All-Stars too.
Here's Cook. Offensive rebound. And then Jerebko with the dunk.
And, it's one thing to get the offensive rebound, but then how about the loud bucket he's able to convert?
He was in perfect position under the hoop, Greg. You're right. Once he gets his hands on the miss. Now, here's McConnell. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action. And there's the foul. It'll go on T.J. McConnell. That is his first foul of the game. Here's your Jerebko. Looney passes to Cook. 6 to shoot. Passes it to Livingston. Over McConnell. Korkmaz grabs the miss. The 76ers trail by 17. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Kicks to Brewer. Now the pass to Muscala. Here's Korkmaz beyond the arc. The 76ers again can't hit it. Pass to Livingston. Floats one. That's good. And a nice assist from Durant. Durant's got 3 assists tonight.
Well, KD, an awesome job there, just sharing the rock with his teammates.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And Philadelphia calls time here.
And one thing they'll discuss are their defensive rotations. The other is in the matchups.
We're seeing very little help defense on the inside, and even when there is help, it's been ineffective.
Thompson, he's checked in for Durant. For the 3, Chandler. He can't hit that time. And it's the Warriors taking it the other way. They'll face the Lakers after this one. That'll be at home. They'll find themselves in the middle of this string of 3 straight at home. Cook looking it over. 6 to shoot. He kicks it to Thompson. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Thompson's got 5 now.
Well, you want to push Clay into those areas, and it's a little bit deflating when he starts to make perimeter jump shots more towards the inside.
Stolen by Thompson. And here we go with Cook. Head to the hoop.
looking at some numbers for Simmons. The last 10 or so games, he has been remarkable. 2nd in assists, 9th in rebounding. And with a top 20 ranking in field goal percentage, you put the ball in his hands, and he converts at a remarkable rate.
And going back to him being 2nd in assists, it's his ability to control the pace of the game, his peripheral vision. That makes him such a great floor leader. And he knocks down the first one. And so Cook nails both of them. For Philadelphia, they've gone 0-4 in the second quarter. Obviously, that needs to change. And Simmons kicks to Redick. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. Can they get it? No good from Simmons.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Pass to Looney. Now here's Jerebko. He's covered by Muscala. Knocked loose. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Jerebko. Nice jump shot from the top of the key. Jerebko's got 4 points in the quarter.
Just increasing their advantage, and right now they're in a zone on both ends.
Love their strategy, and they've been able to execute on it, building a huge lead.
Count it. Good. 6 points for Ben Simmons.
And with that basket right there, it brings an end to that 12-0 run by Golden State.
Back to Jerebko. Now here's Livingston. He's guarded closely. Shoots over Redick. And it comes off the front of the rim. And Simmons has got the ball here for Philadelphia. And then Simmons slams it in.
Yeah, whenever Simmons gets a chance to show off his insane jumping skills, he seizes it.
Thompson for the triple. Chandler with the rebound. The 76ers trail by 21. Outside, Simmons. Redick for 3. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
You can't let J.J. Redick get hot from there, and he usually starts the game that way, so this could be a long night.
Pass to Thompson. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Yeah, early on, Klay Thompson did not like to do this, but as he's gained experience, the contact does not bother him.
The Warriors have made 3 of 5 free throw attempts.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
2 shots.
That free throw good from Thompson.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
And the Warriors with some changes. Cousins comes in for Kevon Looney. And it's Green in for Jerebko. Embiid, he's checked in for the 76ers. Butler comes in for Brewer. And so Thompson nails both of them.
When you think about with everything that's going on in Klay Thompson's career and the surrounding talent that he's had with him, he still goes out and takes care of his business as a defensive stopper and takes tremendous pride in what he can do offensively.
Simmons inside the line. Cousins pulls it in. Cousins has got 6 rebounds in the game.
Now, this just doesn't seem to be his night, or his team's for that matter either. And they got to pull it together here quick, or it's going to be lights out. Well, passing is something he does very well, especially when it comes to leading his man to the right spot.
Ben Simmons gets the bucket. Simmons got 10 points in the game.
No, right now he is locked in. He's getting great shots, and he's burning the D in a variety of ways.
Here is Cook. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Cousins against Embiid. Goes up the baseline. No good from Cousins. The 76ers trail by 20. Down low, here's Butler, and the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
This will be his third free throw shot of the game.
Listen, 84 is a really good number to post at the foul line, and that's where he's at on the year.
And the Warriors making a change here. Curry's checked in. Free throw, good Butler. Now Curry. A 26-point game for him in the win against Indiana.
Well, I think he was especially impressive on the glass. The defense had no idea what to do with him.
To the paint, here's Livingston. Simmons pulls it in. Philadelphia with the ball. They're on a 12-4 run right now. Outside, Redick shoots the three. Klay Thompson grabs the miss. Thompson's got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Livingston, and the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Livingston's got 4 points this quarter.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Curry against Redick. It's good. Redick's got his second bucket of the night.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Curry finds Thompson. No good on the three.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
There's the pass to Chandler. And here's Redick, guarded by Green. 76ers moving the ball around. 6 on the shot clock. Curry brings the double. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. So it's the Warriors now. Warriors leading by 17. Kicks it to Thompson. There's the three. That shot misses. And it's Philadelphia the other way.
He sunk that three in the first, but's yet to make another one.
Up top, Simmons, guarded by Curry. And Simmons slams it in.
And Simmons is a purebred scorer, a dominant offensive talent who can score in so many ways.
Pass to Livingston. He kicks it to Thompson. And he connects with the jumper. Thompson's got 9 points.
So quick and so good, Klay Thompson.
And here's Redick. He'll bring it up for the 76ers. Trailing by 17. Pass to Simmons. It's rebounded by Golden State. Livingston's got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight. The putback. Rebound by the 76ers. Butler's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Passes it to Embiid. Outside, Simmons. Dishes to Chandler. Now here's Redick. He's covered by Livingston. Clock is at 3. Fires it up. Misses off the left iron. Warriors leading by 17. And Butler sends it back.
And Butler, one of those guys that's terrific at slapping away shots, utilizing that impressive wingspan on defense. And nice move to create a gap there in the defense and get to the bucket.
Golden State's got nothing but zeros from long range in the second quarter. 0 of 4. Livingston kicks to Cousins. Over Embiid. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. 7 points for DeMarcus Cousins. The 76ers trail by 17. Butler with the ball. Outside for Simmons. And there's the pass to Chandler. Outside for Redick. Back to Embiid. Pass to Simmons. This one for three. And Curry pulls it down. And here we go with Curry running it up the court.
Well, if you play that far off of Steph Curry, that pull-up game starts to become a weapon.
Always full of terrific insights. Bill Simmons, thank you so much for stopping by.
Thank you. My insights, thank you as well.
And Brent, always cool, isn't it, to hear what Bill's thinking? He comes at things from a variety of angles.
Yeah, the pop culture stuff and the bits from personal life and his interaction around the game. He certainly has a passion for basketball, and it's great that Bill's adding some color to the audience's experience.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Simmons against Curry. Simmons inside. And the rejection by Cousins.
So important for Cousins to continue to develop that defensive awareness. I like to see him showing off some of that shot blocking ability.
Some changes for Golden State. Kevin Durant, he's checked in for Thompson. And it's Iguodala in for Sean Livingston. Warriors leading by 18. Curry kicks to Iguodala. We've got 22 seconds left in the first half of basketball. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Philadelphia has gotten into trouble with the three ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. Shamet, the shot's good on the assist by Butler. 9 seconds left in the second quarter. To the paint, here's Iguodala, and he can't jam it through. And so it's the Golden State Warriors with a sizable lead as the quarter wraps up. They're ahead 16 points, and their ability to get points in the paint has made all the difference in this one. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Draymond Green. Draymond, big front court on the other team. Was the game plan to make them adjust to you?
Absolutely. We know their size is what they were going to bank on. Pull them away from the rim a little bit. We were able to knock some shots down.
You look comfortable, and they did not. Thanks a lot, Draymond. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports, the halftime show. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Boy, we have a lot to discuss. A tremendous start for Kevin Durant. He had 11 points, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists. Taking a look at the Warriors, Kenny, what'd you think?
What a brilliant, unselfish half of basketball they just played. Their ball movement was absolutely impeccable. All in all, just beautiful basketball to watch.
Shaq, what'd you think about Philadelphia?
Way too soft in the paint defensively. They were all late on their rotations. Obviously, that's a recipe for getting cooked. And you know, I like eating that barbecue chicken. They got to do better, Ernie.
And that'll do it for us. The third quarter about to begin with Kevin Harlan standing by. We'll catch you on the flip side.
My brother.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Last season, Brent, the addition of two-way contracts, does that make developing players in the G League even more valuable than it was before?
I believe last year, Kevin, that almost 50% of the players in the league, and it might have been a smidge more, had some kind of G League experience.
It's terrific.
And that's phenomenal.
Yes.
We're almost close to the 30 for 30 affiliation in the G League. You saw a success story last year in Quinn Cook coming up and getting a contract with the Warriors. This is awesome for the league. They've also upped the minimum contract for G League players to $35,000. All of these signs and the way that teams are using the G League, extremely positive, Kevin.
Durant and Green are the forwards. Curry and Thompson are the 1 and the 2. And it's Cousins in at the 5 down low. So that's the group out there for Golden State. The shot by Thompson, no good. And Simmons has got the ball here for Philadelphia. It's a 14-point game. After this one, they're off to Sacramento to take on the Kings. And that will conclude a 4-game road trip. And the basket by Curry. Curry's got 10.
Well, Steph started that all with his defense. Fantastic at getting into the passing lane and coming up with a steal.
Simmons dishes to Redick. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. Curry looking it over. Kicks to Thompson. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got 4 assists now tonight.
Klay Thompson takes a ton of pride in the catch-and-shoot game. His release is lightning quick.
Redick passes to Embiid. Uses the glass to finish the layup. 6 points for him.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
And the basket by Curry. And the Warriors lead by 19.
Yeah, Steph with the initiative here, taking charge, and tonight making a ton of things happen.
Outside, Redick. Here's Simmons. And it falls over the rim and in.
Man, Sharp here to start the half. That's 3 in a row.
Warriors leading by 17. Outside Curry. Redick against Thompson. Curry kicks to Durant. Over Butler. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Like how Durant uses his wily frame there to get off those shots. Not an easy shot, but for him, man, it looks easy.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
One shot behind the lanes.
How about the charisma of KD that time? Teammates loving what he's bringing to the table here tonight.
The 76ers trail by 20. And the 76ers call time here. And trying to defend the Warriors. All that motion. Brent, how tough is that to defend?
Well, it kills you, Kevin, because it's not like you know if you give up an open shot, it's going to go in. That happens with most of the NBA. It's the fact that maybe you're 2 feet away or 6 inches away from getting a steal, and that play costs you, and it just keeps coming at you for 48 minutes. Those devastating shooters, all of that movement, really tough to guard, and everybody in the league's having their troubles with it.
Green inside. He's guarded by Chandler. Outside for Curry. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Green's got 3 assists in the game.
And you got to like what they're doing offensively, executing at a high rate and starting to pile it on.
Yeah, we're sitting here midway through the game now, and we're starting to see them take more and more control. They look very confident in what they're doing.
Redick finds Simmons. 4 on the shot clock. Good on the 13-footer. Simmons got 4 points in the quarter.
Yeah, they've only missed 1 out of their first 5 shots here in the second half, guys. Their offense really moving well, ball snapping, and the shooting looks to be in great rhythm.
And there it is for him.
You know, maybe save that fadeaway move for when he really needs it.
Pass to Redick. Back to Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
Yeah, Redick more than happy to get off the ball that time and spot the open man.
Warriors leading by 21. Passes it to Cousins. Wide open, couldn't capitalize.
And listen, you can't design a play any better to get a look that good. Just couldn't knock it down.
The best players know that is going to happen, and you just can't let it get into your head. It's a shot that you want to take.
Feeds to Durant. And the jam by Kevin Durant.
Well, this might be a KD special here. Everything dropping early here, and the defenders already slouching.
Simmons against Curry. Ben Simmons gets the bucket. Simmons got 24 points.
And that's the kind of move that will always pay off, even against tight defense like he was facing on that possession.
Durant feeling it out a bit. Here's Thompson. The basket good off the assist from Durant. 16 points for Klay Thompson.
I like it, Klay working the in-between area and finding some gaps in the defense right now.
And here's Embiid. He's got 6. It's stolen by Green. At the top of the key, Thompson. There's the dish to Curry. From deep three-point range, and it's Philadelphia with the rebound.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Butler kicks to Redick. Takes the 3. Cousins pulls it in. Cousins has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. To the inside, Green. Durant trying to break free. Green, no luck.
And those are the kind of shots you like him taking. Even though he missed it, the offense will take those.
And Redick kicks to Simmons. Down low. Out to Chandler. Another miss by Philadelphia. Warriors leading by 23. Now here's Curry. 15 points in the game. Thompson surveying the floor. Fires the 3. Drains it from beyond the arc. Thompson's got 10 points in just the second half.
Well, the O looks unstoppable tonight, especially because of that guy. He's just torching them.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Here's Simmons. Another shot. And Thompson sends it back.
Well, Klay is a very good positional and on-ball defender, but him getting to a block shot like that, that's impressive.
Golden State's gotten going here in the second half from outside, nailing 3 of 4 from the arc. Durant kicks to Cousins. And then Cousins with the dunk.
Well, some agility shown by DeMarcus Cousins, even at that size, can still get on up.
Philadelphia's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third, still 0 for 3. Klay Thompson came into this NBA with a well-earned reputation as a shooter, Brent, but did you ever think he'd become such a potent defender?
Well, I think it's something that he's worked very hard on, and his ability to cross-match. In the early part of his career, you know, Klay Thompson had to take the better scoring of the guards on those nights. It's shifted back, and Klay Thompson is a more well-rounded understanding not only of what he can do defensively, but more of what the opponents that he faces on a nightly basis are trying to do against him.
Ben Simmons gets the bucket.
Yeah, this team would be in some bad shape, guys, if he wasn't scoring like this right now.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here.
And he's probably looking at some matchups on the floor he'd like to take advantage of.
I'm interested in what he's seeing and then what kind of play they run coming out of this timeout.
Different look here for the Warriors. Kevon Looney is checked in for Cousins. Jerebko comes in for Green. Andre Iguodala. He's checked in for Thompson. And Quinn Cook subbed in for Steph Curry. Here's Durant. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Durant's got 21 in the game.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
To the wing right side. 76ers moving the ball around. Muscala with the bounce pass. Shoots it. And the 76ers tack on 2 more. Golden State's gotten 12 of their points from long range in the third quarter, going 4 of 5 shooting. There's the feed to Durant. That falls. Nice feed that time from Andre Iguodala. And that's 23 points for Kevin Durant.
It's pretty simple. I figured it out. He can't miss. Adding to the lead with ease and capitalizing on every opportunity. He can't miss.
And there's the foul. It's on Quinn Cook. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Muscala. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. McConnell scanning the floor. 6 on the shot clock. Over Durant. A shot by McConnell, no good.
Oh, you just relish those kind of opportunities, and the defense got lucky, but they need to guard that area of the floor a little bit better.
Philadelphia's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Shamet, defended by Durant. Korkmaz kicks to Muscala. Shamet bangs home the trifecta. He has 7.
The defense cannot let guys get into that kind of comfort zone. You have to patrol the three-point line or you risk getting burned.
Iguodala, the pass to Durant. That doesn't go either for Durant.
And, you know, he's a threat from deep, no doubt about it, but it just has not been there for him tonight. You might want to change your game plan a little bit offensively.
Puts up a 3. He's off on that one, and it's the Warriors taking it the other way. Iguodala left side. Trying to find Durant. He's got it now, and he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. And Philadelphia gets called for the foul.
Yeah, sure. It's hard to avoid fouling Durant, but the problem is he's hitting 90% for his career from the free throw line.
This is his second trip to the free throw line.
Shooting 2, gentlemen.
First free throw is good. Brent, we've got great dunkers now, but you played at a time when there were sensational dunkers in the NBA.
Yeah, I saw a lot of guys go over the top of me.
Including yourself.
Too kind. Here's the money. Kevin, I think about those old, and we remember these, the old VHS tapes where you used to get like the dunk highlight tapes. Those are still
Sean Kemp.
Oh, so fresh in my mind.
Dr. J.
Dominique Wilkins over the top.
Yeah.
MJ over everybody.
Young Vince Carter.
Kenny Skywalker. I mean, just the list goes on and on. But the best in-game dunker, I think it's pretty unanimous that Vince Carter still holds the title.
Now the pass to McConnell. Lets the 3 fly. They grab their own miss. And Looney sends it back. And that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession. Sean Livingston, he's checked in for the Warriors. And Philadelphia also making a switch. Brewers checked in. We've got 1:13 left here in the third quarter. Shot clock at 6. The 3 ball. It's rebounded by Golden State. Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession. And if you're wondering where the points are coming from here tonight, here's a breakdown in the scoring between the front court and back court tonight for the 76ers.
And their guards really have done what they could to keep it close. What little offense they've been able to generate has come from the backcourt. They just need a little more balance.
76ers shooting it well here in the third, about 50%. .50 seconds left in the third. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. Golden State's got more than a 50% success rate on their three-pointers since halftime. They're 4 of 7. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. The Warriors have shot 8 of 10 from the line. That's an even 80% free throw shooting here.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
And that one falls for Looney.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
He hits both from the stripe. And Philadelphia has possession. 36 seconds left to play in the third. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. Pass to Muscala. It's rebounded by Golden State.
Yeah, defense timed that out perfectly. Love the aggressiveness, and then they changed the shot's direction.
Pass to Looney. To the middle. Iguodala outside. 6 to shoot. From deep. That shot off the mark. The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. Warriors ahead, running away with it. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Oracle Arena in Oakland, California. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, Greg, is peripheral vision.
And with the 4th quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. And it's McConnell with the ball. He'll bring it up for the 76ers. So on the floor for Philadelphia. Do you see a lot of player tampering right now in the NBA?
Well, how do you define it, Kevin?
Well, if a player wants to go out and recruit other players that may be under contract with another team.
I see that a lot then, Kevin. I mean, it happens all the time. Players talking about what are you thinking about doing and about, wow, don't you think this would be great if we could get together on the floor in 2021? Let's try to.
But management doing it is a completely different animal.
Management cannot do it, although some teams have walked that tightrope a little bit to the point where they've fallen off in recent years. But the idea of players not ever talking to one another about the potential of being together.
Come on, right?
It's always happening.
Here's Livingston. Cook dishes to Livingston. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Now McConnell. Shamet. He's covered by Livingston. Shamet. Another miss by Philadelphia.
And maybe, you know, he thinks he can shoot himself out of the cold spell, but I don't think that's the case. Maybe somebody want to tell him to ease up off the threes.
Iguodala kicks it to Looney. Here is Cook. And Jerebko has it in the corner. From deep, Iguodala. But they'll get another chance. Here's Looney. And he's good on the 3-ball.
And you can see the play calling this half. Another one from distance.
Yeah, no question. It looks like they've rented out room along the perimeter in this ball game, and they're likely to keep doing this until the defense makes an adjustment.
Down low. Muscala with the bounce pass. Shamet defended by Jerebko. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And a moment here to check out who the Golden State Warriors have coming up. On Saturday, the Los Angeles Lakers will come into town. And then on Wednesday, they'll be playing against LaMarcus Aldridge and the San Antonio Spurs.
And it's going to be home game after home game after home game for this group. So they got a great chance to string together a number of wins given how strong they've been playing.
The first free throw is good. This is the second year with the sponsored patches on the jersey, advertising more or less. Have you gotten used to seeing those things?
Yeah, I think it was no problem last year.
They're small, they're unintrusive,
some
right?
teams did some really cool creative things with the color schemes, and I don't think we've seen the last of that, Kevin.
We see it in European games on their jerseys.
Yeah, sometimes it's hard to recognize the number with how many advertisements are on the jerseys.
Or
but
billboard.
Yeah, I don't think we're done with it yet.
Golden State's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Here's Looney. Rebound by Muscala. For Philadelphia, they've gotten off to a rough start in the fourth quarter here, going 0 for 4 so far. Pass to McConnell. Muscala with the ball. Looney on him, and the layup's good off the glass. The Warriors have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Livingston passes to Cook. Iguodala outside. Cook kicks to Jerebko. Shot clock at 6. Here is Cook. He's covered by McConnell. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
Having a lot of trouble stopping the three-point shot.
76ers have gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the fourth. A lot of misses, just the one make. And the pass to Brewer. Shamet. Bolden. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Yeah, exceptional play there to take the bump and still get it to fall.
Well, Brent, we're seeing the Hack-a-Shaq targets improve their free throw shooting. Rules changes might curb the strategy, though, going forward.
Well, it's been nice to see that NBA players have worked on a weakness of theirs, free throw shooting in particular, to be better and be somebody who can stay on the floor to impact your team's winning. We saw that last year, Andre Drummond being a prime example. The other thing, Kevin, that we've seen too is coaches having to implement strategies, not just to do the hacking, but in terms of their substitutions and who's on the floor. So interesting thought processes from both ends, but mostly go shoot some free throws, guys.
Yeah, practice.
Practice.
Iguodala dishes to Cook.
Fouling like that isn't how you get back in the game.
Iguodala finds Livingston. Lock at 6. And good. Got the English that time as it falls.
Great form on the Livingston jump shot there. He knows he's got the green light in the mid-range.
McConnell passes to Muscala. Down low. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
Oh, man, gotta love that pass there. Couldn't ask for a better one.
Here is Cook. Well, there's a lot of talk, too, Brent, about the age requirement for entering the draft, and Commissioner Silver has said it's a clear change that's probably on the way. What do you think the league should do?
Can you and I talk about a guy that you know quite well who in 1995 came out as
17-year-old, I know
in
it.
the NBA draft? Kevin Garnett came into the league and handled himself extremely well. Now, for every one of those stories, we know there were other ones where guys did not make much of their NBA careers.
But then here comes the G League.
The G League, to me, is the huge key.
That's the equalizer.
A lot
isn't
of these guys have a ripcord now for some of those things that transpired over the course of the last 30 years. where they can have a softer landing point to continue to develop, to continue to mature, and have an opportunity to make something of their NBA career.
Excellent explanation. McConnell kicks to Brewer. Back to McConnell. Whistle blows. Yep, that's going to be a travel.
Now, he's done a good job of keeping control of the ball. Even with that turnover, you can tell his teammates trust him to hang on to the pill.
The Warriors making a switch here. McKinney's checked in, and Philadelphia also making a switch. Korkmaz is checked in. Looney kicks to Cook. On the wing, it's Iguodala, covered by Brewer. From 10 feet out, Looney. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
A steal. Here is Cook. He dishes it to Jerebko. Back to Cook. Baseline J on the way. No good off the front iron. Philadelphia's gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. Brewer with the ball. To the middle, Bolden. Rebounded by Jerebko. Jerebko's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Iguodala. The shot from the low post is good. Iguodala's got 6 points in the quarter.
Iguodala is so skilled down low, playing his cards right that time and laying them on the table.
Adam Silver has said there's probably more basketball being watched and played, Brent, in China than anywhere else in the world. How long before you think we see our next Chinese superstar in this league?
That's going to be interesting when that does happen. Obviously, the type of mark that Yao Ming made in the NBA, it's going to be hard for anybody to match the kind of impact, not just in the game, but what he did globally for the NBA. It just won't happen again. But I'm looking forward to, heck, not just the next Chinese player, but a Japanese player, somebody from India where they love the NBA game, to start to find their way onto rosters in the league.
They're coming. I mean, there's going to be someone before long.
No doubt.
The call will go against Jerebko. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
I don't know if you push the panic button now, but that's the 4th personal, and he needs to stay aggressive out there. So going to be interesting to see how he plays moving forward.
Kicks to Brewer. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. Out to the right wing. 5 on the clock. Shamet.
Yeah, tough with his shot so far off right now. They're going to have to tap someone else to step up until he finds it.
Here's Cook, and he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
And just enough wiggle room to get off his shot.
Well, tremendous focus with the bigger guy all over him. It speaks to the toughness he has down there.
Out to the wing. Out left to the wing. The league and players union, Brent, both have expressed supporting guys who express their views and social concerns. You like that?
Well, I think it's amazing the way the league has backed some of the avenues with which players have used their voices.
Embraced.
Well, extending well beyond just saying things, Kevin, because we know actions speak louder than words, and there are so many guys around our league that do important philanthropic work. But the fact that the league supports all of those things, the fact that you see Adam Silver show up at some of these events, or that there's press releases from the league office about some of the things guys are doing, there's amazing cohesion when it comes to the league and its players, because they understand that everything that they're doing has such a significant impact in the communities in which they live in and around the game with which we all love.
Well said. Shamet. And the 3 off target.
Yeah, tough with his shot so far off right now. They're going to have to tap someone else to step up until he finds it.
And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
Coaching staff high-fiving themselves there, watching that team move the ball around, doing whatever is best for the team.
And the 76ers making a change here. McConnell's checked in.
Shooting one.
Guys are slimming down, it seems, Brent, to play at a faster pace. And we hear more and more players are using a plant-based diet now.
Vegan-style players.
Maybe not quite to that extent, but they are certainly very, very cautious about what they're putting in their bodies.
I think we just hear more stories about some of the things that players are trying in order to get themselves to their athletic peak. And one of those things, of course, one of the most important things is the fuel that you're going to put into your body, because that's your only tool. So I think guys just pay a little bit more attention to how it is they're feeding the system.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
And here is Brewer. He kicks to Muscala. Good on the triple. Muscala's got 5 points now this quarter.
And when you've got a big man who can shoot from distance like that, what a huge advantage.
Pass to Looney. Here's McKinney. He's covered by McConnell. Pass to Looney. Here's McKinney. Here is Cook. Count it.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Warriors.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And so checking out the record for these guys tonight will mark win number 37 for them on the year.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And as one might have guessed coming into this game, it was indeed another big game tonight for Kevin Durant.
Just really loved his activity level here tonight. Constantly mixed it up, and he threw himself into a lot of plays.
That free throw missing. And you look at Andre Iguodala, the first ever player to win a Finals MVP without starting a single game in the regular season.
That tells you something about his unselfishness and, at the same time, his under-the-radar impact on winning. His willingness to accept that six-man role right from the beginning, I really feel helped set the tone in that Warriors locker room.
He hits the second from the line. The 76ers shooting here in the fourth quarter around 41%. McConnell kicks to Brewer. Back to McConnell. Muscala with the ball. Looney on him. Here's Korkmaz. Got a hand on it. And so it's Livingston bringing it up now for Golden State. Now here's Jerebko. He's guarded closely. Passes to Cook. From past the arc. And that one is stuffed right through.
And you can tell they're ready to start celebrating a well-deserved victory here tonight.
Yeah, you can see the fans. They've already started celebrating themselves. A gutty performance.
So we see the Warriors taking the game here. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense, potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much, Kevin. Night and day for the defense. What was better in the second half?
Well, early in the game, they got some easy threes, 4 or 5 threes. And they're a great shooting team, and they're great in the paint. So we just had to make a second effort. I think the only adjustment we made was playing harder. And we just got to continue to keep playing together on both ends.
Yeah, Chuck Daly used to always say defense is all about effort, and you showed it tonight. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Brent Barry,